Alright team, welcome to my kitchen. Alright, so today's video will be all about my meal prep. You are up in my top cupboard. So just to give you kind of a bird's eye view on exactly what's going to be going on. So I'll kind of walk you through exactly what I'm doing. As you can see on the bench, there is a lot of green stuff. There is a lot of fruit, a lot of veggies, and you can see the meat that's just packaged in the background. So I will run you through a couple of things. First thing I will be doing today is putting my butternut pumpkin in the oven. I am in my best attire, clearly in my trackies and my jumper, because it's freezing cold in Sydney at the moment. So with butternut pumpkin is lower in carbohydrates than what your sweet potato and your potato is. And I will be having 100 grams with 2 of my meals. For 4 days this week. So I just got the pre-packaged stuff. I am extremely lazy. It is time efficient. If you care about the environment or worry about using the plastic bags, then feel free to get your own, cut it all up. I just prefer to be more time efficient. So I have had the oven preheating. So I am just going to pop that in. I got 2 bags of it. Oop. And popping another lot on the tray. Okay. So just making sure that the things that are going to take the longest time go in first. So that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to meal prepping. People will cook the things that they're worried about most, probably first, but cook the things that are going to take the longest. If you can steam veggies, they normally don't take that long, but when it does come to sticking stuff in the oven, it's going to take a little bit longer, especially when it is a denser vegetable. All right, I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then I'll get back to you when I start cooking the meat. All right, next thing I will be cooking for you guys is my chicken. So chicken's probably one of the main staples in anyone's diet who tends to be dieting. Probably because it is one of the leaner cuts of meat and it is quite easy to cook. So I'll be having 100 grams of chicken thigh in 2 of my meals for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So I'm going to cook 800 grams of chicken thigh. So I'm just weighing out my chicken now. So always weigh chicken or always weigh products when they are raw, unless it says otherwise. I am waving a knife around. I am very aware of that. So weighing everything when it is raw, guys, because things change in weight when they are cooked. Okay? So I always make sure I start. There we go. Now we're cooking. I just make sure I weigh everything raw so that it is all in the same, all ready to go under the same macros, and just keeping everything consistent as well. The only one that I don't do raw is my rice. So I had previously, what you would have seen in my meal prep, I had 1 cup of cooked rice. So rice, when it's weighed raw, will be more than what it is weighed when it's cooked. Okay? So the opposite of when it comes to me. Alright? I'm going to keep cooking. Enjoy! So what I'll do, team, to make time a little bit more efficient. Oh, too much. Alright. So what I will do to make time a little bit more efficient, guys, is I will cook 2 lots of chicken at once. So just a day's worth. We'll cook 200 grams. Makes it a lot easier. It's not that hard to divide up. Especially when, if you can see the pan, there's only like 5 bits of meat in there for each serving. So 5 little cut-ups. But what I'll do is I'll keep weighing it out as I go, making sure that there's always something in the pan, always something in there. Make sure I'm not falling behind my schedule. All right, 100 there. Then 80. Damn it. All right. Okay, 100 grams there. So now I've got my next 200 grams ready to go. This chicken's just about ready to be flipped. And in a minute, I'm going to start cutting up my veggies and start steaming them. So they won't take that long. They're quite easy to divide up. And it will make it easier in the long run. I have all three of my cooking things going at once. Okay? This is how you become time efficient. You multitask. So you need to make sure that all of your things are cooking at the same time. You are multitasking, because if you're going to cook one thing at a time and it's going to take 20 minutes to cook, you are going to fall behind, or you're going to be cooking for the next 4 hours. And that's when people have a problem with meal prepping, because it'll take too long. Alright guys, next useful tip I can give you when it comes to meal prep, make sure your containers are out. So that chicken thigh is done now. So the first thing I can do is just pop it over into its right containers. Let it sit there, cool off, pop the new one in. Alright, but making sure that the containers are out so that you're all ready to go. Alright, next thing we're going to be doing is cutting up my cauliflower. So you can see that the container's already on the scales. So keeping the scales nice and close by. So for the entire week, I need 300 grams of cauliflower. So between the week, that'll divide up. So I'll just weigh out 300 grams, split it up evenly between 3 containers, and make sure it all goes in. I do like to break it up so that it is a little bit more even. But yeah, you don't need to weigh out, steam 100 grams, go back, steam another 100 grams. That'll just waste your time. Whereas if you do it like this, a little bit easier, a little bit more time efficient, and you're not having to constantly get up, go back, organise when the cauliflower is going in, going out. You can do a couple of vegetables together if you like, but 300 grams. So that's an easier way to weigh out vegetables and cook them all together. Alright guys, next tip is when it comes to saving your meat. So I don't use all of the chicken that I'll buy, but I will keep it wrapped up, freeze it, save it for next week, just to make sure that I'm not spending copious amounts of money week in, week out. I am using all of my leftover chicken. Okay. Alright team, last little bit. So you can see the chickpeas cooking in the back. You can also see my Coke Zero. But if you look over here, here's all my chicken breast with my pumpkin. And here is all my chicken thigh with my salad. So the rest of my meals this week will be with canned tuna, so I don't need to cook that, which makes it quite easy. And then over in the corner you can see my cauliflower and chicken, just waiting for the chickpeas to finish cooking. But I'll give you a look at my fridge as well while we are here. So besides all the beautiful drawings that are on there, you can have a look in. So there is the couscous and the zucchini already cooked. I have my salmon and my egg whites. There's my meals for this week. And then whatever I've left over is all down the bottom, ready to go for next week. All right, guys. We also do have the pumpkin, the rest of the pumpkin that I cooked. And there is some chickpeas up there as well. So Best thing about having a child when you are prepping and you are cooking all of these foods and you do overcook, so that will now become Isla's meal, okay, at some point later this week. She is a big fan of most of the stuff that I cook, but she will eat anything. So hope this has been helpful today, guys. If you do have any questions about meal prepping, I did start at 4 o'clock. It is currently 5:15, so it took me an hour and 15 minutes to make 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 19 meals, okay? So 19 meals altogether in an hour is pretty good. The rest are already ready with the couscous and the zucchini ready to go. The only reason that I haven't cooked the meal that goes with the zucchini is because it is salmon, so I'm not gonna cook fish before I have it. So I'll cook that on the day. All right, guys. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye.